Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to Year 8's live lesson. Okay, this morning I'm going to be looking at a bit of shape work, okay? If you're just tuning in, when you've got a pen and everything ready, have a go at the questions in front of you, please. I'll give you 5 minutes or so to get that done. Another 3 minutes or so and then we'll go through it. Right then guys, so very quickly I'm going to go through each of these. Okay, first one, I've got a 2-pointer, a bit of dividing, okay, exactly the same as you would normally. 2261 divided by 7. Okay, I'm going to put that in a different colour. 7 doesn't go into 2. 7 goes into 22 3 times, remainder 1. 7 goes into 16 twice, remainder 2. 7 goes into 21 3 times. So my answer is 323. Really easy start, 2 points. Next one, I got 6754. Add 967. Okay, 4 plus 7 is 11. 5 plus 6 plus 1 is 12. 1 plus 7 plus 9 is 17. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So my answer is 7721. 1 point. Next one, I got 48 times 95. Again, pick a method you like. Genuinely doesn't matter which one you use as long as you're getting it right consistently. Okay, I'm going to change my pen each time just to make it a little bit clearer to look at. Okay, so on the inside I've got 4 times 9 is 36. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 5 is 40. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, once we're there, I've got 0 in the first one. I got 4, 2 and 0, which is 6. 7, 6 and 2, which is 15. And 3 plus 1, which is 4. So my answer is 4,560. 3 points for that one. Again, if you want to copy any of these down, remember this is going up straight after the live, okay, so there's plenty of time to do it then. This one I'm going to take away 50 from both sides. Okay, and it was 6x plus 50 minus 50 is nothing. 86 take away 50 is 36. If I divide by 6 now, both sides, I know that x equals 6. Really straightforward, 3 points. 6y, 2y plus 3. 6y times 2y. 6 times 2 is 12. Y times y is y squared. Plus goes in the middle. 6y times 3 is 18 lots of y. 2 points. Again, get your shapes out for this one, okay? It doesn't matter which shapes you use, just make sure there's a different shape for each thing. Okay, I'm going for X's, I'm going to go for rectangles. I normally go for the same ones each time. Ovals for the Y's. And then I'm going to do a line for anything that's on its own. Okay, so I've got 1x take away 1x, which is just going to give us nothing. They'll cancel out. Minus 3y plus 9y is positive 6y. And that positive 4 just needs to go in the end. It can't go with anything. Hasn't got a partner. Hasn't got anything that's attached, so we can't put it with the y's. Okay, it's got to stay separate. So 6y plus 4 is as simple as it'll get. 1 point. 17.5% of 480, so 10% first as always. Gives us 48. Half it to get 5%, which is 24. Half that again to get 2.5%, which is 12. And if I add all those up, on this side I got 17.5%. On this side I've got 84. So 17.5% is equal to 84. Last couple, £65 in the ratio 6 to 7. Okay, easy one, really easy one. People get this wrong so often. Okay, so I need 6 shares on this side, 7 shares on this side. In order to find out what it is, I've got to add them together. 6 plus 7 is 13, so 13 shares. Okay, 13 shares I split £65 13 ways, which means each individual share is worth £5. If each share is worth £5, I need 6 lots of £5, which is £30. And 7 lots of £5, which is £35. Very straightforward question. That is worth 3 points. Okay, add 1 over 7 plus 2 over 3. Okay, I'm going to multiply my bottoms first, only because I want the same number on the bottom of both. 7 times 3 is 21. Once I've done that, I'm going to cross multiply. 3 times 1, which is 3. And 7 times 2, which is 14. 3 plus 14 is 17, all over 21. Really easy stuff. Make sure you keep the bottom number the same. Don't add the bottom numbers together. Right, guys, so mark what have you done so far. If you managed to finish all of those, that's amazing. If you got anywhere over 15, that's amazing. If you're getting consistent high scores, remember, there are harder sessions that you need to be tackling, only because year 8 is probably a little bit too easy for you. Right then, so what we're going to do today, area of composite shapes. What composite shapes are, they're shapes made up of loads of different shapes. Okay, so they're not your normal 2D shapes that have names. They're shapes that are made up of different shapes to make bigger shapes, like a house is a composite shape, those kind of things. So what we got by here, I've got my composite shape, which is essentially, I need that, which is essentially two rectangles being squished together. So what I'm going to do, instead of having these two rectangles as they are, I'm going to split them up. So I'm going to split them up straight down the middle there. Oh no, straight down there. I'm going to split them up that way. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line straight through. So what I've got by here on top, I'm going to call this shape A. And I'm going to call this shape B. Now, area of a rectangle is easy. It's just length times width. Okay, so area of shape A is just 2 times 7. Which is 14 centimeters squared. Area of shape B is just 4 times 4. Which is 16 centimeters squared. Once you've worked out the both, they want the area of the whole thing. So the total just going to draw a line on that. Total is 14 plus 16 that I just worked out. My total is 30 centimeters squared. Okay, my working out is never really that neat in here because I'm drawing my finger and I've got huge fingers and a very small area to work with. But can you get that copied down, please, as neatly as possible? That's your example. Once you've done a good example, there's no need to draw the shapes out if you don't want to. It's useful on this though because you're going to be cutting them. Okay, have a go at that one on the right hand side. There's a bit of a trick question on the right hand side one. You got 1 minute. Right then, so what we've got on this shape by here, okay, it's again two shapes, so I'm going to cut them. It doesn't matter where you cut them that way or the other way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to cut it down this way. Okay, that's what I'm making my cut. Okay, I'm going to call this one over here shape A, and this one shape B. Now, when you're doing this, shape A's been labelled, okay? I've got my length, which is 8, and my width, which is 3. That's easy, that's done. This one over here, though, hasn't been labelled because 8 is the whole thing. We don't want the whole thing. We just want this little section by here. So we need to label this side up here. If the whole thing is 8, and this little bit up there is 3, that side over there has got to be 5. Once you know that side's 5, you scribble out the one you don't need because we don't want that one. So shape A is 3 times 8, which is 24 meters squared. Shape B is 5 times 2, which is 10 meters squared. Once I'm there, I want a total 24 plus 10, which is 34 meters squared. Okay, that's what you should have got for that one. Okay, if you got 34 meters squared, brilliant. If you didn't, either get it down now or get it written down after the session. It's up to you. But be careful when they haven't labelled all the sides. You can't just times together sides that you can see. That's not how it works. Right then, so have a go for me, guys, at the ones on the screen. Have a go. Right, guys, last minute or so, and move on. Right then, guys, so can you mark whatever you've done, please? Anything you've done so far, make sure it's marked up. Right, guys, moving on to a bit of problem solving now. So, old school numeracy question, okay? What are the 3 different codes? Okay, there's 3 different codes that make up 5 units at a time. What are they? Each dot takes up 1 unit, each dash takes up 3 units at a time, and each in-between gap takes 1 unit at a time. What 3 different codes make up 5 units at a time? Last 30 seconds on this, guys. Right then, guys, so 3 codes to take up 5 units at a time. If 1 unit at a time is a dot and 1 unit at a time is a gap, I can do dot, gap, dot, gap, dot. And that should make up a perfect 5 units at a time. Dot, gap, dot is 5. So that's a perfect one. That's the first one. A dash takes up 3. So if I do dash, gap, dot, that's 5 as well, because dash is 3, gap is 1, and dot is 1. Or I could do dot, gap, dot, gap, dash. That also takes up 5 as well. So it's all about Morse code, but it's about working out which way to put them to make it 5 units at a time. Those are the 3 ways. Each of those takes up 5. Right then, guys, very last question, okay, and then we're done for the morning. Okay, James is painting a wall shown by the shaded region below. Okay, so the stuff shaded in green. Now, he buys a tin of paint covering 10 meters squared. Will he have enough paint to paint that wall? You've got to work that out for me. So the last thing we're doing this morning, I'll give you just over 2 minutes to get that done. Right then, guys, so we got to work out the area of the green bit first. To do that, I've got to work out the area of the whole rectangle. Area of the whole thing. Oh, I don't want that. I don't know what button I just pressed. Area, oh, don't want that either. I want pen. Area of the whole thing is 5 times 2.5, because there's 5 along there and 2.5 up. Gives me 12.5 meters squared. So that's the area of the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to take away the area of the door and the area of the window. Door equals 2 times 0.8, which is 1.6 meters squared. And window is 1.8 times 1, which is easy. Just leaves us 1.8. If I take those away, so I've got painted area is 12.5. Take away 1.8, take away 1.6. Okay, can't do that, so I'm going to borrow. 15 take away 6. You can do it just, I think, it gives you 1. 1 take away 1, take away 1, I can't do it, so I'm going to borrow again. 11 take away 1 is 9. So I'm left with 9.1 meters squared to paint. If I've got 9.1 meters squared to paint and I've got 10 meters squared worth of paint to do it, yes, I can paint that surface area. Okay, guys, well done if you've done everything so far. Guys, I'm really proud of all your hard work. Okay, this video will be going up now, and then, well, hopefully you'll tune in again soon. Well done.